Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. No one else can live your life for you. Success comes when you take full responsibility for your actions. Every choice you make shapes the life you are building. The power to change your circumstances has always been in your own hands. Too often, we wait for luck, opportunities, or other people to decide our path. But real growth begins the moment you take control. Imagine waking up each day, knowing that your efforts directly determine your results. Imagine feeling confident because you no longer blame others for where you are. In this video, we will explore practical steps to claim ownership of your life and unlock your full potential. You will learn how to stop waiting and start creating the future you truly want. If you're ready to take control of your life and create unstoppable momentum, then let's dive in. Number 1, take full responsibility for every decision you make today. Most people go through life thinking that the world owes them something. They blame their circumstances, their upbringing, or the people around them for why they are not where they want to be. They wake up frustrated, irritated, and defeated, yet they don't pause to look in the mirror and recognize the one person who truly holds the power to change everything: themselves. Every single moment, every single decision has a consequence. And the truth is, until you take full responsibility for your life, for your choices, for your reactions, nothing will ever change. This is not a theory. It is a reality that every successful person in history has lived by. You can spend years complaining, wishing for someone else to hand you a break or waiting for a sign, but time will keep moving and life will keep passing by. The only way to reclaim control is to recognize that your life is entirely in your hands. The moment you stop blaming outside forces and accept responsibility, a shift happens. You start to see possibilities instead of limitations. You start to notice solutions instead of problems. When you realize that you are responsible for every choice, you stop letting fear, doubt, and hesitation dictate your actions. The truth is simple. No one else can live your life for you, and no one else can achieve your goals for you. The sooner you internalize this, the sooner you start to move with intention. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It means you own them, you learn from them, and you adjust. It means when you fail, you don't look for someone else to blame. You analyze, you adapt, and you move forward. Think about your day to day. Every action, every word, every decision you make is an opportunity to take ownership of your life. When you start taking responsibility, you stop being a passenger and start being the driver. You understand that success doesn't come from luck or from wishing. It comes from consistent, deliberate decisions made in your favor. And here's the critical part. Most people ignore responsibility is empowering. It may feel heavy at first because it forces you to confront your fears, insecurities, and past failures. But the more you embrace it, the more freedom you feel. You stop waiting for someone else to fix your problems. You stop allowing circumstances to dictate your happiness or success. You start to realize that every setback, every obstacle, every challenge is not a punishment but a signal, an opportunity to make a better choice and improve your life. This mindset is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's what separates those who complain from those who accomplish. Every day is a test of responsibility. You can ignore it, blame others, and remain stuck. Or you can rise, accept your role, and take action. It's not always comfortable, and it's not always easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. When you take full responsibility, you gain clarity, you gain control, you gain momentum. And more importantly, you begin to see that your success is no longer a matter of chance or circumstance. It's entirely within your reach, guided by the decisions you make, the effort you put in, and the integrity with which you live your life. Responsibility is the first step, the foundation, and the catalyst for everything else. Every day, every moment, and every choice is an opportunity to strengthen that power and move closer to the life you truly want. Number 2, set clear goals and pursue them without hesitation. Most people drift through life without a clear destination. They wake up each morning, go through the motions, and wonder why their lives feel stagnant or unfulfilling. The harsh reality is that without clearly defined goals, Success becomes a matter of luck, chance, or waiting for opportunities that may never come. Setting clear goals is not about writing down wishes or vague ideas. It's about deciding exactly what you want in life and committing to it with precision and focus. Every successful person you admire has done this. They didn't just hope for results. They defined their target and worked relentlessly toward it. When you know exactly where you want to go, every action you take becomes intentional. Every choice aligns with your vision, and distractions lose their power over you. Pursuing goals without hesitation doesn't mean you won't encounter fear, doubt, or uncertainty. It means you move forward, in spite of those feelings. It means you take action even when conditions are not perfect, knowing that momentum and consistency will carry you closer to your desired outcome. Hesitation is the silent thief of opportunity. It's the invisible barrier that keeps ordinary people from achieving extraordinary results. Each moment you delay, each doubt you entertain, and each fear you indulge pushes your dreams further away. Successful individuals understand this, and they act decisively. They set measurable, specific, and achievable targets, then break them down into daily actions that accumulate into meaningful progress. Clear goals provide direction and purpose. They create a framework for your decisions and help you prioritize what truly matters. Without them, you wander, react, and drift through life, always wondering why success seems elusive. Goals give you clarity about your actions, discipline about your choices, and courage to face obstacles. Pursuing them without hesitation builds confidence, reinforces resilience, and strengthens your ability to overcome challenges. Every small step toward your goal is a victory, and every day you act decisively compounds into significant results over time. The clarity of your goals also attracts opportunities, resources, and people who align with your vision. When your objectives are well defined, you can recognize possibilities that others overlook, make informed decisions quickly, and act decisively without second-guessing yourself. Fear, uncertainty, and external opinions lose their power because your focus is unwavering. Life will always throw challenges your way. There will always be doubts, setbacks, and distractions. But when your goals are clear and your commitment is absolute, you gain a sense of control over your journey. You stop being a passive observer and start being an active creator of your life. Every decision, every action, and every choice becomes meaningful because it serves your vision. Pursuing goals without hesitation is not reckless impulsiveness. It's deliberate, confident, and informed action. It's about refusing to let fear, indecision, or delay rob you of the future you deserve. Your clarity, commitment, and courage are the forces that turn dreams into reality. When you set your goals clearly and pursue them relentlessly, you take control of your life, and nothing can stop the progress you are capable of achieving. Number 3. Focus on consistent actions that bring measurable progress daily. Most people want success to appear overnight. They dream of the big breakthrough, the sudden opportunity, the miraculous change that will transform their lives in an instant. They scroll through social media, watch others achieve greatness, and wonder why it hasn't happened for them. The reality is harsh but simple. Success is not an event, it's a process. It is built on consistent actions that produce measurable progress every single day. You cannot rely on luck, talent alone, or waiting for the perfect moment. Every small step, every deliberate action compounds over time into results that are tangible and undeniable. Focusing on daily actions that matter is not glamorous. It is quiet, repetitive, and sometimes exhausting, but the beauty of it is that it works. When you commit to small, meaningful tasks each day, you create momentum that eventually carries you past obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. The key is understanding what actions actually move the needle in your life. Busy work, distractions, and superficial efforts will only give the illusion of progress. You must identify the tasks, habits, and efforts that directly impact your goals and commit to executing them consistently. Measuring progress is critical because it allows you to see the effect of your actions. Without tracking, you cannot know whether what you are doing is effective or wasted energy. Every day, ask yourself, did I do something today that brought me closer to my goal? Did I move the needle forward even slightly? If not, adjust. If yes, recognize it and build on it. Consistency builds confidence. When you see results accumulating, You gain proof that your efforts matter. This creates a cycle of motivation that reinforces further action. It also teaches discipline because you cannot always feel motivated, but you can always act intentionally. True success requires showing up day after day, even when circumstances are difficult, even when you feel tired or discouraged. This is what separates people who achieve lasting results from those who remain stuck. Long-term achievement is not glamorous. It requires patience, persistence, and unwavering commitment to incremental improvement. Every action counts, no matter how small. Writing down a plan, reaching out to a potential mentor, practicing a skill for 30 minutes, saving a small amount of money consistently, these are the seeds that grow into extraordinary outcomes. Focusing on measurable progress also forces you to confront reality. You cannot hide behind excuses or vague intentions. You see where you are succeeding and where you are failing. This honesty is empowering because it allows you to make corrections before mistakes compound. You begin to understand that the power to change your life lies entirely in your own hands and in your own daily choices. The process of acting consistently teaches resilience. You learn to adapt when setbacks occur, to persevere when results are slow, and to celebrate progress, even if it feels minimal. Momentum becomes your ally. Every day you follow through, you strengthen your habits, refine your approach, and build confidence in your ability to create results. This approach transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers because it focuses on action, not hope. Action that is deliberate, consistent, and measurable is unstoppable. Eventually, the accumulation of these small daily actions produces a compounding effect that far exceeds any single effort or lucky break. Your life becomes the sum of your choices, repeated daily, and focused on what truly matters. The challenge is that it requires patience and self-discipline. It requires ignoring distractions, resisting shortcuts, and dedicating yourself to the process, not instant gratification. But the rewards are profound. A life that grows steadily in wealth, skill, influence, and personal fulfillment. Focusing on consistent actions also strengthens your mindset. You become someone who trusts their ability to take control, to solve problems, and to create change. You stop waiting for permission, recognition, or opportunity. You start acting with purpose, tracking results, and adjusting strategies based on evidence, not emotion or impulse. Every day presents a new chance to advance. Even small actions matter if they are consistent, deliberate, and measurable. The key is discipline over inspiration. Motivation comes and goes, but committed, focused action produces tangible results. By acting every day with purpose, you gain mastery over your life, your goals, and ultimately your success. It is the daily choices, executed with persistence and precision, that separate the dreamers from the achievers. Every person has the same 24 hours, the same opportunities to act, and the same capacity to grow. Those who succeed do so because they focus on what truly matters each day, take deliberate steps, and measure their progress relentlessly. Nothing else produces lasting success. Number 4. Replace excuses with solutions to overcome every challenge. Most people face challenges every single day, but very few actually overcome them. When things go wrong, the first reaction is almost always to make excuses. They blame traffic, lack of resources, difficult people, or circumstances beyond their control. The harsh reality is that excuses are the easiest trap to fall into, and they destroy progress before it even begins. Every problem you face has a solution, but finding it requires a shift in mindset. Instead of asking why something happened, ask how it can be fixed. Instead of focusing on the barrier, focus on the path around it. Excuses are a form of surrender. They tell your mind that you are powerless and that your dreams depend on forces outside of yourself. The truth is the opposite. The power to solve your problems is entirely in your hands. Every obstacle you encounter is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more resourceful. Overcoming challenges requires looking honestly at the situation, taking responsibility, and asking the question, what can I do right now to move forward? Solutions don't always come easy. They require effort, creativity, and persistence. Sometimes the solution is immediate, and sometimes it takes time to discover. but the key is to stop wasting energy complaining or justifying why something isn't working. Every minute spent making excuses is a minute lost that could have been used to make progress. People who succeed don't wait for perfect conditions. They take action with the resources they have, adjust their approach, and keep moving. They develop a mindset that thrives on solving problems rather than avoiding them. Excuses are temporary relief, but they lead to long-term regret. Solutions are hard work, but they create results that last. The difference between those who achieve and those who stagnate is simple. One chooses to look for solutions, the other chooses to defend excuses. Every setback, every failure, and every difficulty carries a lesson. When you approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset, you start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. You begin to understand that each problem is not a roadblock, but a stepping stone that strengthens your ability to succeed. It's not about eliminating challenges, they will always exist, but about building the mental strength to face them head-on and find a way through. Developing this habit transforms your entire life. You stop waiting for permission or for someone else to fix your problems. You start creating your own opportunities, finding ways to advance even in tough circumstances. It changes the way you see yourself. You become someone who is capable, resilient, and unstoppable. Every decision to replace an excuse with a solution compounds over time, creating momentum and confidence that carries you toward your goals. Challenges no longer intimidate you, they motivate you. You no longer see failure as permanent. You see it as feedback, a guide to adjust and improve. Life will test your resolve, but when your mind is trained to find solutions instead of excuses, no challenge is too great to overcome. This is the mindset that allows ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results. And it starts with one choice: to stop blaming, to stop rationalizing, and to take immediate action toward a solution. Number 5. Cultivate self-discipline. To achieve results faster than average. Most people know what they want, but very few actually get it. They dream about success, wealth, or recognition, yet they stop short when effort, consistency, and commitment are required. The reality is that talent alone does not produce results. Luck does not build lasting success. What separates those who achieve more than others is self-discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up day after day, following through on commitments, and maintaining focus even when distractions and temptations are everywhere. Without it, potential remains just potential, and goals remain unfulfilled dreams. Cultivating self-discipline begins with small actions. It starts with controlling your impulses, finishing tasks you start, and prioritizing long-term results over immediate gratification. It means resisting the comfort of excuses, procrastination, and temporary pleasure in favor of actions that build your future. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you push through resistance, every time you stay focused when it's difficult, and every time you choose action over hesitation, you reinforce the habits that lead to faster and greater results. Those who practice self-discipline accomplish in months what others take years to achieve. They create momentum that is unstoppable because their actions are consistent, intentional, and guided by purpose. The moment you decide to commit fully to discipline, you reclaim control over your life. You stop being a victim of circumstance or mood swings. You make decisions that align with your goals and values, and you do them reliably. Life will always test your resolve. There will be days when motivation is low, distractions are high, and everything seems to work against you. Those are the moments that define your character and determine the speed of your progress. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when inspiration fades. It is the bridge between goals and results. Every successful person understands this principle. They know that genius is less important than consistent effort. They know that speed of achievement is directly proportional to the strength of their discipline. Developing self-discipline also creates confidence. When you know you can follow through on what you commit to, you stop doubting yourself and start trusting your abilities. Challenges no longer intimidate you because you have built the inner strength to face them head-on. Self-discipline allows you to focus on high-value activities instead of wasting time on distractions or trivial matters. It shapes your habits, strengthens your mindset, and accelerates your journey towards success. The moment you embrace it, results start appearing faster, opportunities become more visible, and your capacity to handle obstacles grows. There is no substitute for it. There is no shortcut around it. Discipline is the force that multiplies your efforts and separates average people from those who achieve extraordinary outcomes. Every action you take, every task you complete, and every habit you build with discipline compounds over time, creating a life of achievement, confidence, and purpose that far exceeds the ordinary. Number 6. Prioritize learning skills that directly impact your success. Most people spend countless hours busy with tasks that don't move them forward. They scroll through social media, consume entertainment endlessly, or work on activities that feel productive but ultimately lead nowhere. The reality is harsh. Time is limited, and every moment you spend on the wrong things is a moment lost forever. If you want success, you must prioritize learning the skills that directly impact your results. It's not about general knowledge or being well-read in many areas. It's about identifying the abilities that will accelerate your growth and mastering them. Skills are the currency of achievement. The more you can do effectively, the more opportunities you can create, the faster you can solve problems, and the more influence you gain over your circumstances. People who succeed understand the difference between activity and productivity. They focus on acquiring capabilities that produce tangible outcomes in their personal and professional lives. This requires self-awareness, reflection, and clarity about your goals. You need to ask yourself, what skills, if I mastered them today, would dramatically improve my ability to reach my objectives? Once identified, these skills should become your priority. Dedicate focused time to study, practice, and refine them every day. Avoid distractions that dilute your effort and prevent mastery. Learning is not passive. You cannot simply read or watch and expect transformation. You must apply, practice, and test your knowledge continuously. Repetition, feedback, and adaptation are essential. The faster you learn and implement high-impact skills, the faster you create meaningful results in your life. This approach separates those who achieve from those who linger in mediocrity. When you develop valuable skills, you gain confidence. You solve problems with precision, communicate effectively, and take action without hesitation. Your ability to navigate challenges improves, and opportunities that once seemed out of reach become accessible. Prioritizing impactful skills also teaches strategic thinking. You learn to focus your energy where it matters most, to allocate your time efficiently, and to recognize which efforts will yield measurable progress. This creates a cycle of growth. Learning fuels action. Action produces results, and results reinforce further learning. Over time, the cumulative effect of mastering essential skills compounds, allowing you to achieve more than most people ever will. Success is not random. It is deliberate, based on the abilities you develop and the application of those abilities in real-world situations. Every hour invested in learning high-value skills is an hour invested in your future. The discipline to prioritize learning over distraction, to value progress over entertainment, and to act consistently on what you learn is what transforms potential into achievement. Life is constantly changing, and the market, technology, and opportunities evolve rapidly. By focusing on skills that matter, you ensure that you remain relevant, capable, and prepared to take advantage of every situation. This approach puts the power of success firmly in your hands, because no external circumstance can replace the value of what you can do, the solutions you can create, and the results you can generate. Mastering essential skills is not optional. It is the foundation upon which all achievement is built, and it is the most direct path to accelerating your journey toward the life you desire. Number 7. Track progress regularly and adjust strategies when necessary. Most people work hard every day but never seem to get ahead. They invest time, energy, and effort, yet results remain elusive. The reality is that effort without direction is wasted energy. Success requires more than working. It requires tracking progress and knowing whether your actions are actually producing results. Without monitoring what you do, you are operating in the dark, hoping that something eventually works. Tracking progress is a way to bring clarity to your journey. It allows you to measure what is effective and what is not. When you see evidence of advancement, you gain confidence, motivation, and insight into the habits that drive results. When you notice stagnation or failure, you are given the opportunity to adjust, rethink, and improve before small problems turn into major setbacks. This approach transforms hard work into smart work. Measuring progress doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as noting achievements, checking off completed tasks, or reviewing results at the end of each day or week. The key is consistency. When you track, you hold yourself accountable. You stop drifting aimlessly and start making deliberate choices that align with your goals. Adjustment is just as important as tracking. Every strategy has limitations, and no plan is perfect from the start. Life is unpredictable, and obstacles will appear that require recalibration. The people who succeed fastest are the ones willing to change their approach without hesitation when they see it is not producing the desired outcome. This does not mean abandoning your goal. It means being flexible, intelligent, and responsive to real-world results. Every failure or setback is an opportunity to learn. When you track your progress and adjust strategies, you convert mistakes into stepping stones. You discover what works, eliminate what doesn't, and become more efficient in the pursuit of your objectives. This is how ordinary effort becomes extraordinary achievement. Tracking progress also reinforces habits of discipline and focus. You begin to recognize patterns in your behavior, understand the impact of your choices, and take control of the direction of your life. It provides a sense of control and reduces the uncertainty that can cause fear or indecision. People who ignore progress monitoring often repeat the same mistakes, waste time on ineffective efforts, and wonder why their goals remain out of reach. Those who track, adjust, and optimize actions develop momentum that compounds over time, producing results that are far greater than the effort alone would suggest. Regularly reviewing progress allows you to celebrate small victories, maintain motivation, and gain insight into areas that require improvement. It also trains your mind to think critically, make data-driven decisions, and focus relentlessly on high-impact actions. In the end, success is not about luck or waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's about consistently taking meaningful steps, observing the results, and refining your approach to ensure that every action contributes to measurable progress. The more attentive you are to tracking and adjusting, the faster your journey towards success becomes, and the more confident and empowered you feel as you move forward in life. Number 8. Surround yourself with people who inspire positive growth. Most people underestimate the influence of the company they keep. They spend their days around individuals who complain, criticize, or settle for mediocrity, and wonder why their own progress feels stalled. The reality is that the people you surround yourself with shape your mindset, your habits, and ultimately the results you achieve. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. It grows in environments where encouragement, knowledge, and accountability are present. When you choose to be around people who inspire positive growth, you begin to adopt their mindset, learn from their experience, and absorb the energy that drives action. These are individuals who challenge you, push you to improve, and celebrate your progress while holding you accountable for your decisions. They don't drag you down with negativity or limit your vision. They elevate you, help you see possibilities, and inspire confidence in your own potential. The influence of others is subtle but powerful. Their attitudes, habits, and behaviors impact how you perceive challenges and opportunities. When you are surrounded by people who aim higher, work harder, and think strategically, you start to mirror those qualities naturally. Positive relationships provide guidance, mentorship, and constructive feedback that accelerates learning. They expose you to ideas, approaches, and strategies you might never encounter alone. The lessons they offer can save you time, prevent costly mistakes, and give you clarity in uncertain situations. On the other hand, negative influences can quietly sabotage your progress. People who constantly complain, excuse failures, or discourage ambition make it harder to maintain focus and motivation. Their energy is contagious in a way that diminishes drive and limits vision. Choosing who you spend your time with is not optional. It is essential. This doesn't mean cutting people off abruptly, but it does mean prioritizing relationships that contribute to growth and reducing exposure to those that don't. Surrounding yourself with inspiring individuals also reinforces accountability. When you are part of a circle that values progress, you feel responsible to match their energy, uphold standards, and maintain consistent effort. It becomes easier to focus on your goals when your environment naturally supports the behaviors and mindset required to achieve them. Furthermore, positive relationships bring encouragement during tough times. Challenges will always arise, and the journey towards success can feel isolating. Having people who believe in you, challenge you constructively, and remind you of your potential helps you persevere when obstacles seem insurmountable. Success is not just about what you know or what you do, it's about who you allow into your life and how their influence shapes your actions and decisions. When you surround yourself with people who inspire growth, you accelerate your own development, expand your vision, and create a support system that keeps you moving forward. The energy, knowledge, and mindset you gain from the right company compound over time, producing results far greater than what you could achieve alone. Your environment becomes a reflection of your aspirations, and it plays a critical role in turning potential into achievement.